so you're not getting your deep running crankbaits down to their full potential? Well, come on back and I'll show you how to fix that. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back down to the shop. I'm glad to see you today. What we're going to be talking about today is a really easy trick to do to your deep running crankbaits to get them down to their full potential. Now, all of us know that when you buy a deep running crankbait, on the back of that box it says runs down 5 to 15 feet. Okay, it's saying 15 feet is the maximum, and that's what you're wanting. Whether it be a DT16, whether it be a Strike King 10XD, whatever that might be, you want it down there getting its full potential for what you've bought. A lot of times that does not happen. You can look on the box and it tells you dives down to a certain, but a lot of times it doesn't do that. Anytime you're throwing a crankbait, there's only certain things that can get it down to its full potential. Either you're making a really long cast, or you got the right reel speed to get it down to where it's going to be going, whether it's 15 feet, 18 feet, 20 feet, whatever. You only have a certain ways to get it down there. And most of the time, you're not getting the full potential out of it, because whenever you're casting a deep running crankbait, first of all, you'll only go so far. That's the first thing. Then when it hits the water, it goes in a half circle to get down to where it's supposed to be. And by the time it gets there, that thing's already at least halfway back to you. Now you're cranking it up, so it only goes down for just a short time till you're bringing it back up to cast again, and you're not getting the full potential out of that. These crankbaits are too expensive not to get our full potential out of them. When I buy a deep running crankbait, I want a deep running crankbait, and I'm going to show you here in just a second what to do to them. Like I said, you can only do reel speed or a distance of cast. Now you can long line and do all that, but a lot of that's not legal to do. So this is what you want to do. Now I found every one of my deep diving crankbaits are fixed like this. I did find one that's not. It's a DT16. I love these DT style baits. I mean, I just love them. But what you're going to do to get this thing to dive down to its full potential is this. Instead of when it's landing and it's coming down here like that, we want it to go down like that to get all of it that we can out of the depth. Just like a leading edge on a airplane wing. This leading edge right here is the first thing going through the water. And if it's not tuned in a way to get it down to where it's supposed to be, you're not getting your full potential out of it. So what you can do, and I do all of mine like this. This is the only one I had that I didn't. What you'll do, you'll secure those hooks, of course. And what you're going to do, you're going to get you a really fine file. Okay, doesn't hurt the crankbait, doesn't hurt the action of it, but it will make it go down, straight down, and then stay on the bottom. And what you're going to do, you're just going to lightly file that, just like that, and work your way around it. Let me get back over here. And work your way around that lip on that deep running crankbait, just like that. All the way around to where that starts back around on the apex of that turn, Just work it back, work it down. Just keep working it down. Just knock that edge right there off of that. Now, whenever you get it down so far, what you can do is turn that crankbait over like this using your file, and you can take that crankbait and do it like this and work that edge down very same way that you just done, and you can see that plastic starting to come off of it just like that right there. Now you can see now that that edge has got a little bit of a point to it. Now you don't want to go down too much in a real straight point, because as you're digging on the bottom, that's going to knock that off. So you're going to want to just, let me get it right here. You can kind of see how I've knocked that top off of that. Then I'll take about 150 grit sandpaper, and I'll knock that top off of that just a little bit more and smooth that up. Now this is old school trick, and a lot of people do it, but they're not going to show you this. But you can see, we get it right here. You can see how that edge has been knocked down to where it's more stealth, just like a wing on an airplane. As you put down the flaps, the more flap you give it, the quicker. The very same way with that crankbait. When you throw it and it hits the water, instead of coming down like this, it's going to go down like this. Now, do you see the difference in the angle of that? Instead of like that, it goes straight down and it'll dig, and then same way, when you hit something, let it up, then when you crank it again, it goes straight back down again. Every one of mine are fixed like this. That's something I learned a long time ago, how to fix these. But that's the only way that you can make that crankbait, when it hits the water, whenever you start cranking it, it's going to get a different angle than what you normally do. And when it's got that sharp of an angle, it's going to go straight down to the bottom. I mean, it doesn't have any choice, because you took that leading edge away from it, just like flaps on an airplane. So it's going to go down. Now you're getting 15, 16 feet out of that crankbait, what you should be getting to bring it back up. And you can do that with a like I said, a 10XD, whatever. But you don't want to file it off too much, because from time to time you may have to do that again. Just knock that top leading edge off of that. You can see it. Let me see if I can get you right here. You can see how I done that. It's not a whole lot, but it is enough to make that, instead of going like this, it's going to turn and go down like that. That's how you do it. It's very simple. I mean, so simple you can just, I mean, you can keep a file in the boat with you if you want to. And if you're getting a good bite, say out on a ledge or something, and you're doing that, and that bill starts to wear off a little bit, hit it another lick, just enough to make that crankbait turn straight down, just like flaps on a plane, and it will go down on the bottom like it's supposed to. You're not able to get it out of a long enough cast, because you can't cast it far enough. You can't get enough reel speed without wearing yourself down trying to keep it down there. That's the easiest, quickest way to do it. Believe me, I've learned the quickest way and the easiest way to do that. So I appreciate it. I ask for you to subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate y'all coming back down to shop. Just take this little bit of a trick on your crankbaits, and if you don't want to use it on a really good one, but try it on one of your older ones, and you'll see if you get on 15, 18 feet of water, you can feel it. When it goes straight down, you'll know it, because you're not reeling it as much. So I appreciate it. I appreciate your subscriptions. Y'all come on back. We'll learn some more stuff as we go. But I appreciate your subscription. Y'all come on back down here and sit with me. See you next time.